Hey.
Hey.
Hey. Boy, here we go. Okay, start. Happy New Year, everyone. First of all, and welcome back to our Sunday night offering of Astronomy Outreach, the Sunday night astronomy show. Astronomy Edutainment. Yay! Edutainment. Okay, first of all, I'd like to welcome back my two regular co-hosts, Mr. Mike Powell from the PFO Observatory here in St. John. Hey, Paul. Or Mike. Sorry, Mike. I used to say Paul all the time. It's always Paul first. Hey, Paul, Mike. And Mr. Paul Owen from the Moonshot Observatory in Hampton. Paul.
Hello, hello.
Hi. Hello. Okay, on tonight's episode of the Sunday Night Astronomy Show. I'm sure that's not the only mistake I'll make this tonight. We're into our first week of the new year now, and it looks like it's going to be a great year for events. A lot of good things coming up. Actually, I had a nice full moon in Jupiter last night. Anyway, perhaps it's we'd like to find out though what you have set for goals for yourself. Looking for your comments tonight. Perhaps it's going to be maybe your first trip to a Star Party event, or maybe just some time underneath the night sky. Let us know what you're looking forward to, and we'd also like to have an idea of what you got for Christmas, what Santa brought you. So let us know and all the goodies. Also tonight, Mike's back with another binocular target of the week. Rosanna has graciously offered to join us again this year. It's her interesting Rosanna's fun facts. Paul will be delivering that tonight. Also have an excerpt from the Night Watch book as well.
Nope.
No? Okay.
Choosing a different book. It's New Year.
Okay, good enough. From a special book, I guess. Anyway.
It's a cliffhanger.
War and Peace. Yeah. And I'll have a few notes on what to watch for this coming week. And of course, all the focus right now is over Jupiter. So, and I'll have your wonderful photo submissions to share as well. So sit back, everybody, and enjoy. And remember, this is a family-friendly, live, interactive broadcast, and we want to see your comments. So say hello, and let's get started, guys.
Yeah. So the big question is, what did everybody get for Christmas? So anybody out there get anything for Christmas they want to talk about? Any new books, any new equipment, accessories, things like that. There's a whole bunch of things that I didn't get.
Might be easier to say those.
All the things that I didn't get.
My lump of coal.
You get a lump of coal.
Yep. I got a new mug. Backwards with hey.
Hey, by the bay.
Yeah.
I got a new toy, actually.
Cool. Good for the beach.
I don't know if you've heard of these. This is a gaming laptop that you open up. Great battery power, long lasting. Here's the neat part. In the gaming, you can slide these off. And you got toggle sticks.
Oh, little joysticks.
Yeah, little joysticks for gaming. And all the buttons.
Wow.
Okay.
That's pretty cool.
Little 10-inch. The battery lasts forever. And it's a great little rig. My son gave it to me for Christmas.
So, do you have to download games from the site?
Well, I just put Windows on it and all my camera software, and I'm going to run all my equipment with this.
Oh,
there you go. Yeah.
Right? Instead of using a 10-inch tablet, I'll have a 10-inch laptop. Basically, it's got 2 terabyte drive in it. It's got a 12-layer chip in it or something like that. 12. Like it's made for gaming, so it's like super fast.
yeah.
Extremely fast, and a great little rig. So
Be
That's cool.
interesting to see how much time you can get on it before the battery needs to be recharged.
well, that's the other thing. See, you get one of these for Christmas. I was talking to Chris about 30,000 or 30,000 milliamp hour or 30 amp hour battery. So
Wow, look at the size of it.
yeah, no weight to it at all. Comes with its own solar charger as well. So if you want to charge it during the daytime, goes with its own panel.
So would that take the place of those big batteries, marine batteries we drag around?
Because they're 33 amp hour, those ones.
according to AI, I can get what did I say it was, Chris? 25 hours of slowing easy out of this battery.
For the
So
nine and a quarter.
how many inputs are on it? Is it USB? Is it
Well, there's 4 USB ports, 2 USB 3, 2 USB. Then there's 2 USB C ports and 2 120 volt as well.
okay? So then you'd have to buy special cables if you're
Nope.
using marine batteries that you use those cigarette lighter adapters.
Yeah, all I do is, the other end of the cigarette lighter adapter is a 2.1.
Yeah.
Well, a 2.1 plugs into this and then plugs into your scope. So,
So you just get
on each end.
two 2.1s.
Right, and away you go.
Or if
Can
you
you
have
buy them
you
like
needed
that?
it.
What's that?
Yeah.
Can you buy them like that?
Oh yeah, yeah. I can make them like that or buy them like that on Amazon any length you want.
Oh, that's fantastic.
So
Now, if you had heaters and stuff too, you might want like a triplet, like you said, Paul, the cigarette lighter ones, but they can bring that off onto a triplet or whatever. Too.
Yeah. Wait. Yes. Just so you can split it up.
yeah, I would just buy a second one and run heaters off a second one.
Yeah.
So then my question is this then, because as you know, anybody who uses the cigarette lighter adapters, they're fused so that if you get a spike of power or whatever, it'll pop the fuse, right? Is it necessary, first of all? And if it is, those cables that you buy, is there any protection in them?
All the time that I've been using this style of battery with a 2.1 millimeter plug-in, I have never put a fuse in and never had an issue.
It'd be interesting to load it right up. Heaters, 2 heaters, cameras, mount, everything, and see how much power you get out of it.
Well,
That would be very interesting. How much are they?
about $130
Oh, they're cheap.
on Amazon.
If you go to the 2.1 to the cigarette lighter type option, socket, then your cigarette lighter type that inserts into that has the fuse built into that part, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Normally. Yeah. So
Yeah.
If you wanted the fuse one, you could set it up that way.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
That is so cool.
I think it's 10 amps. Mike, is it 10 amps at 12 volt DC?
Yeah. So I mean, max when you're slewing, you draw maybe 2.5 to 3 amps when you're slewing, right? You're drawing less than an amp when you're just tracking.
Yeah.
Right.
So unless you're slewing all night long, the battery will last you forever.
No.
How are they in wintertime?
I haven't had any issue with it. Well, this one I just got, but I've been running this one here on my SE mount, and I haven't had a problem. And that one's twice the power.
So that was
This has been frozen solid and still working. So
yeah.
Isn't that interesting?
Dan says
well, battery technology today is getting a lot better than having to carry around a car battery, right? Well,
Oh,
Yeah.
That's the whole point of behind getting portable, right?
yeah.
I mean, when you get something that small, that'll just fit into your little your backpack, really.
Well, I mean, look at these new Mullen ones. The battery's built right into them, right? You just charge them up and away you go.
Yeah.
So,
yeah,
the battery technology is getting so much better than it was 10 years ago.
Yeah. So it's a lithium ion.
Yep.
So I found like the one that I had built into my that mount that I got that.
The Edge, yeah.
No, not the. Good God, I'm tired.
Evolution.
Yes, Evolution. Yeah, the Evolution mount. If you don't keep charging those and running them up and down, they will go south. And mine did. I'm using external batteries on it now.
Yeah. Well, that's the whole thing is use them. You got them, use them.
Yeah, that's it. But because that one is it's not built into the telescope, you can use it for a bunch of different things.
Oh, pretty much anything you want. It's got lights built into it. You can.
Yeah, so it would be a lot more active.
Yeah.
In that form than it would be as a marine battery.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Very cool.
Well, it's just fun little toys to get, right? And then something else to try it on. I put it on this laptop, and I was going 3 days, and I never even. So I just left the laptop sitting on the table in the kitchen, plugged into that battery, and it was 3 days later. I shut it off. I didn't even look to see.
Would you get it from Amazon?
Yeah, I buy everything on Amazon.
So what brand? What brand is yours?
Oh, it's Takki. Tacky. She's tacky.
It's a bit tacky.
Oh, tacky. Okay.
But they make different size ones and different variations of it. But that was the one I took because it came with a solar panel as well. So
So if you use your laptop that usually uses AC power, right? And you plug into those AC outlets, there's a lot more draw on your laptop than there would be on your mount. I'm
right,
correct?
Mm.
right. That's what I like about this. It runs off of you. It doesn't have a regular plug-in like a laptop does. It runs off USB-C to plug in.
Oh,
So that's going to be handy. I can
wow.
charge that in the field off, because it runs on USB-C, same as your cell phone.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like a Raspberry Pi with a screen.
Yeah, very fancy Raspberry Pi.
Mm.
They run about $2,500.
Wow.
I like Raspberry Pi. Oh,
Yeah.
Apple.
Speaking of Raspberry Pi, did you guys all eat well at Christmas time?
Oh,
Oh yeah.
turkeyed out.
Man.
Did too well. Dan says I got a new house in Arizona. moving
Oh,
from
yeah.
moving
Oh.
from Bortle 5 to in California to a Bortle 2 in Arizona. Awesome, Dan. Good for
Wow.
you.
Wow.
That's the best Christmas present right there. Yeah.
Right there, yeah.
In Arizona?
Mm.
So his seeing conditions would be way better than ours
Oh,
because
yeah.
he's under dry skies.
He's going from California to Arizona. Yeah.
Right, just got to worry about those little land lobsters.
Yeah. Anybody else out there get anything for Christmas? Send it out here. Give us some ideas on what you plan on doing for 2026. What's some of your goals for 2026? I brought up a number of things that I had as a top kind of celestial events for the year. I introduced them the other day. For me personally, I'm working on a website right now, so I'm trying to get that finished and opened up. I do pass my 10th year anniversary here on February the 1st. So with Astronomy by the Bay, I'm looking forward to year 11 on that part. And there's the number of star parties coming up this year. We've got the list of those up on the St. John Astronomy Club website right now. So there'll be something I'm hoping to attend myself. You guys?
Talk, Mike. I'm meeting one of these.
The star party list is definitely for me. I love going to star parties. I want to hit everyone. I probably might even try the early spring in Kutupakak this year.
Mm-hmm.
The skies,
Oh yeah,
the skies are beautiful skies up there.
they are. Yeah, yeah.
From what I've seen in the photographs, I'd love to get up there and do it myself. That's the only one I haven't done. And I'm still waiting to find out a date on Mactaquac if they're doing Mactaquac. My understanding it's on, I just don't know what date.
Yeah. Dan says I have a Jackery Explorer 300 that runs. Move it ahead of me. That
They're nice,
runs my all my equipment and my Starlink. There you go. Yeah. So those Jackeries are very
Oh, nice.
popular as well. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna
Very
grab
nice.
And he said, "Funny you say that. I had a scorpion climbing up my rain gear today. Lucky he was on the outside."
Wow. Is that land
Cool.
Oh, awesome. Like, what's the rainfall there? Like 1%?
Oh yeah, must be
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
like Disneyland for us for sure.
Oh, man.
I've had a few people have emailed me about they had received telescopes and some books this year. They had been asking for some help, so we talked a little bit about that as well. But I know, probably a number of people received their first telescope at Christmas time. It usually happens.
Yeah.
And we are here approachable anyway. If you do get into any issues, there, and I can send you basically to a few YouTube links that cover. YouTube is your friend on any of this stuff. Somebody asked me about collimation the other day, and I said, well, if you can't figure it out, go to YouTube. There are videos there. You can always do a Zoom call as well with somebody.
The
But
thing with collimation, especially like with a Dobsonian or even a Newtonian, as far as that goes, you can watch a lot of videos on it, but it's hard to find one that gives you that hands-on experience. It's almost like it's having to have somebody show you how to do it, and then as they're explaining it, you're actually doing it.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Because until you see that little dot move around when you're adjusting the secondary mirror, or when you try to center that other thing, if you're using a laser collimator, for example, which is certainly the easiest thing to do. A lot of people still use the eye one, but that one I find is it takes a little bit of getting used to. First of all, but as far as the laser collimator goes, that's certainly the easiest thing to use. But even for those who are just starting out, knowing of those all the bolts that are in the front of even on the secondary mirror, there's 4 of them, and knowing not to touch the center one and just use the outer ones and all that sort of stuff. Because a lot of times you watch people adjust them on YouTube, but they don't tell you what you shouldn't do.
Right.
You
Yeah.
know, so what you shouldn't do in that case is just as important as what you should do.
And how you know you're out of collimation in the first place. Like there are,
When
somebody
your
mentioned the
secondary
other
mirror falls off, you're out of collimation.
day. Somebody asked me the other day about Saturn. They weren't getting a good view of Saturn in the eyepiece. Well, sometimes right now, like Saturn's pretty low in the western part of the sky now. So, and Saturn
Yeah.
can be a bit tricky on a good night. Like if you got a nice clear night, Saturn does pop right out at you. But there are lots of nights that I see that I got a bit of shimmer or it's just a little bit of focus. You can't quite get the focus just right. Get enough moisture in the air.
If I was going to teach somebody about collimation, I would teach them about seeing conditions first,
Yeah.
and how to read what the seeing conditions are, whether it be turbulence or transparency, all that stuff. So go to the dark sky clocks and see, because then you'll know even before you go out what you might expect.
Right. Yeah.
And there's even in that same the dark sky chart, I think it's called. If you go down, it'll explain what seeing is and what the stuff is. If you go down far enough in it, it actually shows you all the different circles of what seeing would look like at a Bortle 1 and what it would look like at a Bortle 3, or not the Bortle, sorry, depending on what the turbulence was like, rather.
Yeah.
Because as the turbulence gets worse and worse, things start blowing out even more.
Hmm.
So if you're gonna, that's why they say if you're gonna collimate your telescope, point it up a good 50, 60 degrees at least
Away from the horizon.
away from the horizon, get it up to a clear part of the sky and do your collimation there, because at least you get less turbulence and a better chance to get a more accurate collimation, right?
And have a real tight grip on your screwdriver. Do not drop it. Yeah.
Do not
or,
drop it.
or do it in the daytime. I mean, that's another option for you too, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
And because objects are moving across the sky. If you're trying to focus on the moon or whatever, that's moving, so it's just difficult to collimate at that. But if you pick a street light or something like that in the early evening, and again, like you mentioned, collimation, finding if you're out of collimation, really is to put the thing out of focus and see how many donuts you get, and if they're all concentric rings or not. If they are concentric, you're usually in collimation. So that's one thing. In laser collimators, again, I've heard too that laser collimators can go out of collimation. So you have to, But normally, once you've collimated a telescope, it's very unusual that you'd have to do it a second time, say, in a year or a couple of years.
Unless it takes a lot of banging.
Unless they
If
beat
you're
on
traveling
it.
on rough
I
roads.
rode to Middle Carlton, I think, threw my collimation off a little. When the trailer came off the ground, I was losing collimation.
Yeah.
But for the most part, if you're viewing from the same place for the most part, and you got your scope, wrapped in a blanket, and it's, it's not taking any abuse, it shouldn't be too far off.
No, I mean, the truss knob behind me here, that one there has to be collimated every time you set it up.
Yeah.
Because when you put the poles together, of course, you're not putting them in exactly the same spot every single time. So you have to go check it, but it just, once you do it a few times, it's just a matter of minutes and, you're back on again. So, but I think, there are some videos, like you said, about collimation, and it's difficult to get the ones that tell you what not to do.
Yeah. But there are some good ones out there. So my goal for the year is to build a bunch of little travel scopes. So this is going to be my largest travel system, and this is an 80 millimeter refractor. And I just for Christmas got the guide scope and the mini system on top there. Let's see if I can hold this thing. There we go. So the little mini scope, and I got the new Starfield scope from our friend at Ontario Telescope. Then I got my EAF focuser for it, rather than hooking up a Moonlight that I've got, which I could have, but it would added a lot more weight. And I thought, no, I'm trying to keep this thing light. So, and that's why I went to such a small scope, because I got a 50 millimeter finder scope with it, which I could have easily put a camera on. But by shrinking all of this stuff down, and then all I have to do is just put the ASI air on it, and it's ready to go. All I have to do is just throw it on any kind of a good tracking mount, and it's a nice 80 millimeter triplet, and it'll let me either, if I just want to observe, I can, or if I want to, put a camera in it, I'll use the instead of using the DSLR, I've got the 294 EMC, and I just put that on, and the ASI air will run everything. So I've got this one, and I've got that little tiny one I showed you guys a few weeks ago. And so I just got one more, my 61. They're going to build it out, and then I'll have 3 of them. And then I'm going to do a bunch of wide field astro. So that's my goal this year, is to get at least 3 targets a month with one of the wide field rigs.
Well, you're hoping for good weather.
Yeah, well, that's the thing about using the MC, the camera that's color, is I don't have to use my filters and take, the same thing 3 times.
Yeah.
Hey, right?
Yeah, awesome. Pat says wind can have an effect on collimation too. Sure it can, Pat. You're right there. DCM, thank you. Happy New Year's, gentlemen. Thank you for making astronomy understandable for an absolute beginner. Thank you. Appreciate that.
Yeah.
We love to be here. And Vicky says that she has, 1 second, I'm trying to find these comments. They scroll real quick. Once somebody adds another comment, I have to scroll it back. She says, I have 2 great nephews that want to learn. They have a telescope now. That's great, Vicky. I'm not sure how old they are, but you can start out like, if they have a telescope, that's perfect. A book like Night Watch is a great place to start. That'll give them a basic overview of what astronomy is all about, what type of telescopes you should be looking at, eyepieces, the views of the sky. It also has star charts in it. A program like Stellarium, if you have a laptop or a desktop, Stellarium is a great program, freeware that they can get onto and have a look around in the night sky with. So there's a lot there to learn for sure. But they have their whole lives, and the sky is not going to change in their lifetime or ours. So
yeah,
you have that. That's a good thing about it.
So in terms of star parties, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in New Brunswick that would be official star parties. And then the 3 of us have got something else going on in September. And then the outreach that Chris is going to be doing, not to mention if we do more nature park stuff this year. I don't know if that's going to be
happening. I think so.
So this could turn into be a very, very busy year, for those who want to do a little more astronomy. So there are plenty of resources to find out where those things are. Like you said, the St. John Astronomy Club, RASC New Brunswick, all of our stuff is on there as well in terms of star parties. And even RASC Canada, I think, has a list of all of them across the country. Yeah. So
if I could make a recommendation to anybody out there, if you get an opportunity to catch us at a public outreach event like the Irving Nature Park or States West Beach or one of the star parties especially, if you like camping, book your weekend now, because the campgrounds usually fill up pretty quickly on our weekend. Like our campgrounds usually sell out on that particular weekend. And they're a great place to learn about telescopes. Nothing more that an astronomer wants to do than talk about his gear. So you can learn, you can basically kick the tires and find out, well, is this one too big for me, or should I be starting here or there, or, and that type of thing. And then you get underneath a beautiful dark sky to get to see some of the things that you might not see, other places. So I highly encourage anybody to try to pick a weekend or even a night out of one of our 5 star party events and come and join us for that. You won't regret it. You'll find they're an awesome experience. I love going. Done them for almost 20 years, and I can't get enough of them.
Well, actually, you might even, if you're lucky, get a chance to meet Earl. So Earl was our companion at Fun Day last year.
True.
And
Yes,
he was a hit.
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
And Earl is the coolest alien you're ever going to see. And
but I can't get him to stop smoking. Sounds like a guy with ashes. I don't know why. And coffee, man, he goes through a lot of.
He goes through a lot of coffee. He really does.
Alan Dyer's here. Hi, Alan. He says, Happy New Year from Alberta. Clear skies in 2026. We're still waiting for them here. Sorry about that, sir. We've had a few
Yeah.
clear nights here, but yeah, we've
Exactly.
been stormed out too. So it is the
Yeah.
time of year, I guess. But nice to see you here. DCM 6073. I'm not sure who that is, but they call me goals for this year. RASC programs like the Explore the Universe and
There.
Explore the Moon. Yeah, using binoculars. You can recommend it in in December. Yeah, so Explore the Universe is a free course that you can take
Yep.
online, or actually just download it from the RASC website. And Explore the Moon is actually another one as well. So those are great
You know,
introductions.
you know what we should do? We should get Jenna on the show and just to talk about those programs that are available through RASC.
Mhm.
That would probably be a good thing for somebody to look at, and not to mention the Messier Marathon
Hmm.
Yeah,
that
which comes up in the
that
spring.
happens every year. So
Yeah.
there's a whole bunch of different programs that, besides Star Parties,
Mm.
that you can do on your own or with friends.
Mm.
And but those Explore the Moon and Explore the Messier and Emil has I think he's completed all of them,
Yeah, well, yeah.
and
Yeah, if
there's
anybody.
a lot. And it took him a couple of years to do it.
If
So
anybody
it's
has,
not,
he has. Yeah.
yeah. So these programs aren't something you're going to do in one night, and it
Mhm.
really keeps you involved and active, and it really makes you understand the different cycles that we go through: the winter's constellations, summer constellations. When can you see this? When can you see that? Where to look for things? All that. So when you're going through all of these courses, these are some of the things that that are the benefits of it. It's not just so that you've done the course and said, yeah, well, I got the certificate. It's what you've actually learned by
What you're
doing
learning,
it, and
right?
something that you'll keep for life, right? So
Yeah, yeah. Nothing better that way than to be underneath the sky and finding the objects that they're talking about with the
yeah,
course, right? Yeah.
yeah, absolutely.
That's a big thing there. Just learning the night sky and finding out if you'd like to be out under,
Yeah,
like, okay, it's minus 15, minus 20. Well, none of us really want to be out too long
no,
because your eyes start to water. As soon as a little bit of wind in your eyes are watering and you're done anyway. But certainly, the skies are beautiful at this time of year. We're
yeah,
turned away from the center of Milky Way. We're looking back out into deep space.
yeah,
Orion's right out beautiful now. Jupiter's coming up to opposition. There's lots and lots to see in the wintertime sky. So it only takes 5 or 10 minutes to get outside with a pair of binoculars and take a look around.
yeah. There is another book that you can get, and this one's been around for a while, and there's a bunch of different renditions of it, but it's the Backyard Astronomer's Guide, and this one was also by Terence Dickinson and Alan Dyer, and I think there's 5 editions
Mhm.
of this book, but it's still available, so you can pick this up either on Amazon, or you can go to Chapters or Indigo and pick it up there. They're about how much is it? About $50. But I mean, where can you buy a course for $50, right?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
And one that's as comprehensive as this. So another book, and I'll probably do some readings from this book this year,
Mm.
just because this one has been around a long, long time, almost as long as Night Watch,
Yeah.
and they keep updating it. So it's another great guide that you can buy and take with you and use.
So DCM mentioned again here, learning from the first few days of Explore the Moon is the benefits and limitations of binoculars versus the telescope, which is true. Yeah.
There you go.
Binoculars are a great portable tool. They're lightweight. They're portable. They give you the proper view. You're getting a 3D view. You can use them in the daytime. And they're very usually fairly inexpensive. But you're not going to get the view that you get through a telescope for sure. So, but great for the moon, great for the Pleiades star cluster, the Milky Way, the double cluster, things like that. Larger objects are good for
Yeah.
it.
Hey,
Well, there's-
if binoculars weren't any good, I wouldn't do a bino bud.
Well, there you go.
Right.
Great, yeah, awesome. Okay,
So well, there is another thing to consider too, and a question. I'll throw it out there, and just to see how many people come back with the answer is: can I buy a telescope that's too big for my conditions? How do I know? How do I know my telescope is too big for me and my conditions? Anybody out there want to answer that? I
We'll
would
see.
love to hear your answer.
remember that the telescope that is your favorite or is the best is the one that you use the most. So
Yeah, but can I get a telescope that's too powerful or too large?
Yeah.
Too much magnification for my conditions? And if
For-
so, how do I know?
Yeah. Okay, we'll wait and see if we get an answer there.
There is an answer to that. That's not a trick question. There is an answer to that.
Alan Dyer says the latest edition you're showing there is the 4th. Night Watch is in its 5th edition now. So, awesome!
Oh,
Wow.
perfect. Yeah, I've got the 5th edition one somewhere. I don't think that's it, the one I showed, but
Yeah.
I've got them all.
Not the 5th dimension, like the 5th edition, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Anyway,
required.
yeah.
Yeah.
All of Alan's stuff is great information.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so let's hear your comments on Paul's question there, and if you have anything else to share with us, I'm watching both YouTube and Facebook here, so keep an eye on the comments very closely. From there, though, maybe we'll go on to our Bino Bud talk for tonight.
Who's buying the bud?
The infamous binocular
Oh,
thing.
sorry, yeah, binocular target of the week. I'm sorry. It's just a habit. I mean, it was a lot of years of Bino Bud. So.
Well, it's binocular target of the week with Bino
There he is.
Bud.
There he is.
He's even see-through at some points. So
Yeah.
actually, this is a little bit different, but it's not a Bino Bud target, but it is a Bino Bud target, if that makes sense. But I'm going to call it and say binocular target of the week this week by Bino Bud is, or with Bino Bud is, the Winter Circle. There's been a lot of talk online and stuff about the Winter Circle, so we're going to make it a Bino Bud target to go out and have some fun around the Winter Circle. So the Winter Circle, or hexagon, is a large circular pattern made of some of the brightest stars in the northern hemisphere's winter sky, or the southern hemisphere summer sky, of course. It's, when you hear summer there, it isn't a constellation. It is an asterism, a prominent group of stars that do form a noticeable pattern. In addition, the Winter Circle has a small asterism inside it as well, called the Winter Triangle. So how would I find it in the sky? Well, you go out tonight, and it's a beautifully clear night, or it was when it first got dark. But at 2300 or 11 o'clock at night, orient yourself due south at 180 degrees, look up, and you're going to see the brightest stars in the sky, and they will make up what's called the Winter Circle. And there it is. So it starts, if you look up, you see Orion. Everybody can pick off Orion right away. You come over at the bottom star in the corner is Rigel. Go up from Rigel to Aldebaran in Taurus, across to Capella in Auriga, come down to either Castor or Pollux in Gemini, down to Procyon, and then down at the bottom to Sirius. And that's your winter octagon or winter circle. And then inside that, you can go from Betelgeuse to Procyon to Sirius, and that'll give you the winter triangle. And you might look up and say, okay, it's all kind of there. And tonight you get lucky because Jupiter's sitting right in here, and the moon is rising up through it as well. But even with the moon as bright as it is, you can see all of those bright stars that make up the hexagon. That's the cool part about it. In 10 by 50 binoculars, there's no way 10 by 50s are going to give you the winter hexagon or the winter circle. But while you're out there, take your binoculars because you get to view things like the Orion Nebula. The Orion S is in there. Lambda Lambda on a bud target. The Hades cluster. M50, the heart-shaped cluster. Packin 3 and Powell's -3 are right there in that hexagon. Jupiter and the moon tonight. M36, 37, 38, 35, and the list just goes on and on and on of binocular targets within that winter hexagon or winter circle. So it's well worth getting out there and having a look. Compared to the full moon, yeah, well, we can just load her up there. No sense even trying to pick a number and counting how many full moons would fit inside the winter circle. But boy, those stars stand right out, like I said, even against a full moon. So here we go. You ready for this one?
Oh boy.
Sirius, the dog star, is moving closer to Earth at a rate of 9 miles per second. That means someday we're going to be in serious trouble.
Oh.
R. And that's binocular target of the week with Bino Bud. And Bino Bud's not the one that comes up with the puns.
No, I'm sure.
Man.
We are in serious trouble.
Serious
It's in serious trouble.
The show can be too.
no. Oh no.
Okay. How about we head on to Dan says, instead of a Messier marathon, how about a list of all the animals in the night sky? There you go. The swan, the crab, the owl, the eagle. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
There you go.
Yeah, the bear. There's the large bear, the little bear.
Yeah, big.
Canis minor, Canis major.
What kinds of fish out there?
There's fish, crab,
Camels, dogs.
Dog, yeah.
serious dogs too.
Serious
Serious
dogs.
dogs, yeah. Yeah, maybe we'll come up with a list of those sometime.
That would be fun.
That would be fun. Yeah,
That would be fun.
we'll do a show on the animals in the sky, in the night sky.
Yeah. Actually, Stellarium's a great program for that.
David says the book from John Reed is approved by Rask. Send your book, and they will send the back because he has to do several books. I'm not sure where that came from. I'll have to read that one again from David. Okay, we're going to go on to Rosanna's fun fact now.
Okay. All right. Let's see if I can make this work. Window. And this is this week's.
Rosanna's Fun Fact.
Hey, welcome back, Rosanna, and Happy New Year to Rosanna. And I think Rosanna's talk is going to be just about that. So let's get right into it. So Rosanna writes, Happy New Year to all. New Year's Eve fireworks can be amazing. Let me just get the photos up and get those going. There we go. So
Not seeing Paul.
Oh, sorry. It's doing it again, is it?
Mm.
Okay, hang on.
Okay.
Can you see it now?
No, just see you hovering over the minimize button.
Okay, I think I know what's going on. Just give me 1 sec. I'm going to have to stop sharing for a minute.
Okay, in the meantime, I'll go back to the comments here. The book from John Reed and is approved by Rask, and you send, I guess he's saying, send your book, and they will send it back because they do have several books. That's from David Samard.
Okay.
And he says, yes, the scope could be too big for you, especially if it takes some time to get it prepared, and the sky conditions are not great. That might make you lose interest in the beetle hobby. That's true. The faster you can get set up, the more you're going to enjoy it.
Yep.
If it's a pain to
You
do
see
it,
it
you won't
now?
do it. There we go.
You see it now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let's get back into that. So, Happy New Year to all. New Year's Eve fireworks can be amazing. There's an astronomical capture of supernova fireworks to rival the earthly ones, although it did have to go through a bit of a makeover. So let's just move on to the next photo, see if that's going to work for me. There we go. Perfect. So the object PA30, discovered in 2013 by Dana Patchik, an amateur astronomer, is a nebula defined as a dense region of illuminated gas, dust, and other matter. Fast forward to the late 2022, when researchers found that PA30 contained little hydrogen or helium, but was rich in the elements of sulfur and argon. That was the clue they needed. The team then imaged the supernova remnant. Now, let me just show you this. Oops, wrong way. There we go. With an optical filter sensitive to those elements using a 2.4 meter Hiltner telescope at the Michigan Dartmouth, the MIT Observatory at Kitt Peak in Arizona. Robert Feason, a physics and astronomy professor and lead on the team and the resulting paper released in 2023, stated, in my 30 years of studying supernovas, I have never seen any object, and certainly no supernova remnant in the Milky Way galaxy, that looks quite like this, and neither have any of my colleagues. And does PA30 ring any bells for anyone from a previous fun fact? This remnant is from SN 1181, yes, the year 1181, when both Chinese and Japanese astronomers recorded this supernova, one of only 5 supernovae from the Milky Way recorded in pre-telescopic history. Now, isn't that interesting? Now, excuse me, I wanted the list and of the 5 and discovered for a price one can buy this book, which details the records of 5 supernova. Now, get this, the price of US dollars for this book at $1,299 slowed my research and perhaps my enthusiasm a bit, but then I discovered a great article in Astronomy 2003 December issue which details the 5, and it's online and it's free. And it was recently updated in 2023. So now, for a really stunning astrophoto to start 2026 with a wow. New beginnings abound in this image of a protoplanetary disk taken by the NASA ESA Hubble Space Telescope. The dark red streak corresponds to the dust obscuring a hidden star within, whose light illuminates wisps of material on either side. Planets may be forming out of this gas and dust. Astronomers have nicknamed this system Dracula's Shavito for its fang-like lobes and sandwich shape. A Shavito, by the way, is a kind of sandwich. Dracula's Shavito is one of the largest looking protoplanetary disks in the night sky, but it's only about 0.5% the size of a full moon as seen from Earth. So that's pretty small. So, personally, I think Dracula's Shavito looks like a butterfly, but maybe the astronomers were hungry when they were trying to think up the nickname. Stargazing always makes me crave a Shavito. Whoa. And that's this week's. Oh, it's around here somewhere.
There it is.
Rosanna's Fun Fact.
Well, happy Shavito, everybody.
There you go.
Isn't that something, though? 0.5% of a
Yeah.
full moon. A full moon is half a degree. So 0.5% of that is how big this article was.
Hmm.
You know, just unbelievable.
To be able to see that as a solar system about to form too.
Well,
Right?
do you think what we saw a photo of, right?
Yeah. Amazing.
Yeah. Anyway, thank you,
Yeah.
Rosanna, and
Thank you,
happy
Rosanna.
New Year. Yeah.
Absolutely. Okay, we're going to get to some photos, I think, next. I'm going to take a second here just to put everybody on pause so I can find out what screen they're going to pop up on.
Okay.
Let's do this for the audience and give you guys a second here. There's my picture coming up over here. Just okay, and I need to open up my notes. Do. I'm still here, folks. We're still here. Okay, and I'm going to get share for you guys to see it.
Okay.
Share the screen. It's going to be this one. That should bring it up for you guys. Yes?
Oh, yes.
Okay, now let me share that with the audience. I'm going to go to...
Very nice.
Oh, no, I'm going to bring up that screen. Got to bring it up. Hang on. You got to bring something a little different here. Like... I haven't got that set up with the right screen. Show up in Google Meets or not? Just a sec. No, it's not going to show up there. Just 1 second. Yeah. Bring my notes over here. Bring this over this way. I think I got through now, so intro. You guys still seeing it there?
Yep.
Okay. All right, I think I got the audience up here properly. Okay, so this one is
I don't see it on Facebook yet.
you don't see it on Facebook yet?
Not yet. Oh, there it is. Okay.
Okay. Oop, there it
Right.
is.
Big
Yeah.
lag.
All right, this one coming in from Mark Ficken. He says, "Hi Chris, Bernard's E, B142 and 143 in Aquila, shot in 4K over 72 minutes with minimal adjustments in the phone. This is from Starfest 2025 in Ayton, Ontario, with great friends and conversations. Awesome picture.
Right
Right.
on.
Thanks for that, Mark. Yeah, beautiful." We had a nice, I mentioned we had a nice moon last night, and some people looked at the supermoon as being on the 2nd of January because the full moon was actually at 6:02 a.m. I think in the morning of
Yeah.
January 3rd. So whether you say it was supermoon that night leading into the full
I
moon,
don't think it
or-
matters really.
I don't
mean,
think it really didn't matter to me. I don't care. People are looking up. That's
you know
fine.
what? When it's that close, I always look at the moon that's closest to the sunset, and that's the one I'll call the supermoon.
There you go. Yeah.
So when the sun sets at a certain time and the moon, whenever that time is the closest that it is, that's the one I say that it is, right?
There you go. Okay. All right. Let's go on to some of them then. We got this one from CJ Bernard. Nice done.
Nice
very
shot.
nice.
There you go.
Yeah, there was some clouds around it, wasn't there?
Yeah, there was. Yeah. Well done.
That one's not a full moon, but
No, no.
No, no. He just sends this one in. But we got this one though from Rita Kopinitsky. And no, is that the one from Rita? No, it isn't. That's from Sue Marshall. Sorry.
is that in Halifax?
It may be. She didn't say.
Okay.
Sue Marshall, and this one is from.
Oh,
I got them in the wrong order there. Edith McCormick.
Very nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
That's very artistic.
It is. This one's from Rita. So this is from Rita Kopinitsky, The Moon from Adelaide in South Australia
Wow.
on New Year's Eve. Yeah. So look at the grass. What's going on there?
I
And
assume
the
there's
leaves on the-
char right underneath it too.
Yeah, yeah. And the leaves on the trees.
Yeah.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Wow.
Isn't that lovely?
Oh well, we'll be there sometime. I mean, the summertime, not Australia.
Yeah.
Love to see Australia. That'll be cool. Okay, from here we're going to go to next up is this one.
That's our area.
There we are. This is from Lisa Fortin. Yeah, this is from Lisa Fortin. Yeah. Jeremy Costain is this one. Jeremy Costain.
Yes, sir.
She's way over here.
That
in the
looks like a
corner.
moon set, is it?
Uh,
That's a morning moon. If it's this time of year.
that might be an evening moon. Actually, come up around 4:30 or so. So I think it was still on the second. I think it was still bright enough. Here's
Yeah,
another
because it
picture of
doesn't rise until.
Yeah, because it wasn't sunset at this point. Last night it was at 5:02 or something, and sunset had just about arrived, right? So
Yeah, because I was
Yes,
out to
that's
watch
right.
it. That's why
Yes.
this almost looks like it's a morning moon to me.
Yeah.
If it's the same, does it say when it is or the time frame or anything?
no, I think it was the evening moon, but it was around 4 o'clock because it did rise around 4
Oh, okay,
on the second.
okay.
I'll see if Jeremy's on here. Maybe he can comment.
Yeah, it'd be interesting.
Yeah. Okay, we go from here to this one here from Marlene Wells.
The pillars.
Marlene, yeah, she says, just saw this post now. This was the other day. I was out last night, she said, and found pillars visible to the naked eye. Here's what they look like in my iPhone. So, yeah, a lot of people are getting to see this lately. The conditions
That's
are,
cool.
are right for this, yeah.
Yeah.
Must be pretty cold, I guess, and enough moisture in the air for it to happen. And some of it's actually coming from the glow back on the earth, back up to it. So, from a city glow, that kind of thing. So,
That's beautiful.
light pillars, yeah. Cool. From there, thank you. And this is one from Mr. Owen, I believe.
Oh yeah, that was last night.
Yeah, there you go.
So the whole point behind that was the forced perspective. So that foreground that you see with a cell tower on it was probably 4 miles away from where I was.
Hmm.
So when you shoot it that far away, and because the moon, the further away that you can shoot it, the larger the moon looks. So if you look at the little tiny street sign, the highway sign, see how small that is in comparison to the size of the moon. And we know that the size of the moon to us is the tip of our baby finger, right? Half of it.
No,
So
are you
when you
sure
look
that?
at it like that, huh?
Are you sure the moon couldn't get in front of that tower?
I waited for the moon to get to that height because I wanted that tower to be. I got this symmetric affliction. Everything's got to be right in the middle, or you know what I mean. And
Yeah.
anyway, so I waited for it to rise high enough. But before it rose to that point, I didn't actually post the images. But you should have saw the shape of it. It looked like a squash grapefruit, and
Okay.
it was so cool as it just starts to rise just above the horizon.
Yeah.
And as it gets a little higher up, it starts to get its shape. But even that, if you look at it closely, you can see how distorted it still is, right?
Yeah.
And
A lot of
that's where I
different-
wanted to catch it.
Yeah. Still a nice shot.
Yeah, thanks. But that's why I wanted to catch it like that, because it's always so interesting to look at.
Yeah.
It doesn't even look like the moon, right? And
Yeah.
certainly because of that, what they call that, the Ponzo effect, or
The moon illusion.
yeah, the moon illusion. That's why it looks so darn big. So the
Yeah.
further away you can get from the foreground that is rising above, the much larger it looks in comparison to that.
It
So
does look huge, yeah.
yeah. So anyway, but they're always fun to do. You get to do that once a month, so that's
Yeah.
always fun.
That's right. Most months. Yeah.
Yeah, most months. Yeah, exactly.
Okay, this one's from, who did I get this one from? This is from Chris Benoit. He's from an iPhone 15.
Yes, sir.
Wow.
Bad for iPhone, huh?
That's great clarity.
Isn't that something?
For an iPhone?
Those phones are just unbelievable now, aren't
Yeah.
Wow.
Unreal. Yeah. Incredible
they?
stuff.
Crater detail.
Hmm.
Wow.
This one is from Brad Perry.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
Brad always
You
gets
guys
a,
some beautiful shots.
he always gets some beautiful moonrises, yeah. And he's got them placed just right.
The lighting is awesome on that bridge.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah, it
Nicely
looks
done,
nice.
Brad.
The way that the lights on the bridge light up the bridge, they're a warmer light.
Yeah.
And it almost looks like the moon's lighting it up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it does, yeah.
Isn't that nice?
Well done.
I'm sure that's what he had when he shot it in his mind, but
I went and grabbed
Anyway.
that one off his page. I knew he'd have a picture, so I went and grabbed it. But
oh yeah, that's a beautiful
Anyway.
cap.
from here, we're going to go to Mr. Mike Powell.
Wow.
Was that on the second,
I think so.
I think? So it's
Yeah, I
not
think-
quite full, just a smidge on the right-hand side. You'll see the
Yeah.
detail of the craters.
Yeah.
But it's full. You can't see that.
If you look down the bottom,
Yeah.
the bottom right,
On the right, yeah.
you can really see the details of the
Yeah.
edge.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
So, night before full.
What did you use to capture that, Mike?
98%. What's that?
What did you get to capture that? What were you using?
That's a Canon R6 Mach 2 and a Sigma 150 to 600 millimeter lens.
Okay.
So were you rate out 600?
Yeah.
Yeah. And do you remember your settings?
I'd like to say ISO was 100. Speed was 6,000 or something. Or I can't remember exactly the speed right offhand.
Okay.
All I do is I crank the speed either faster or slower to how light or bright the moon looks to me through the through the viewfinder.
Yeah.
But when I get the view I like, then of course I'm shooting 40 frames a second too. So
Yeah. Well, that's the thing when you're magnifying it that much, the moon moves so fast
yeah,
that you have to really shoot it at a relatively fast shutter speed in order
Yeah.
to freeze it really, really well. And
Yeah.
that's why I was wondering what you used because you did a really good job on it.
Yeah,
Thank you.
beautiful. I'm going to spin
Yeah,
back here
right.
because I got a comment back from Jeremy, which is his shots right here, right?
Okay. Yes.
Yeah, so Jeremy did comment back. He says, evening moon, moonrise a few days before the supermoon with my Samsung
Okay.
Samsung S24.
Okay. That makes
He's-
sense.
And it was taken in Hillsborough, he said, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. And,
Anyway, nice photo.
yeah,
Either way.
beautiful.
Very
Yep.
nice.
I'm going to move on here to this one from, speaking of nice photos,
Francois,
Francois. Had to get his in there.
always beautiful.
There's another guy. I go rate his page. So actually, this one was on the St. John Astronomy Club group page, so I grabbed it from there. But anyway, this is the California Nebula,
Yeah.
a bright target in the winter sky in the constellation of Perseus. The nebula is formed mainly hydrogen gas set aglow by the emission of the bright blue star at the top of the picture, named Z Persei. Here, I guess. This is a star with roughly 30 solar masses and 13,000 times brighter than our sun. Its surface temperature is about 35,000 Kelvin, which makes it one of the hottest stars visible with the naked eye. The image was taken with a hydrogen alpha O3 and S2 narrowband filters. Processing assigned, okay, I just won't get into all that part. Created an artificial luminance by combining the three colors and extracting mono from the resulting color image. Quite pleased with how luminosity sharpens the details. Telescope was a Stellar View SV60 EDS, focal length of 330 millimeters. The camera was a ZWO ASI 1600 millimeter Pro. Its total exposure time was 7.5 hours.
Yeah. Very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's interesting shooting that in narrowband versus either just broadband or just hydrogen alpha. Because if you do it in hydrogen alpha, you'll get all the red in it, and a lot of that blue and white area will come out as red. So you
Okay.
don't really see the different levels of variety of what's going on in that complex.
Right.
So when you shoot it in narrowband, because you're shooting a variety of different filters, you get to break it down into different bands of light, so you can actually see the different structures within. And that's what makes this so much more interesting than just shooting it in the average hydrogen alpha. So this is really, really well done.
And this is just why I don't do astrophotography.
Yeah.
I do visual. Yeah, come to the eyepiece. Have a look through the eyepiece. Good stuff. Whoa, just incredible, incredible beauty. Yeah.
Well, you can
Okay,
talk about how nice it looks when you're showing it to someone.
there you go. Oh, I think I got my order here mixed up too. Where are we going here? Oh well, it's in here somewhere, and we'll get to it. Okay, so what's coming up for the next week? Now tonight, our moon greets Messier 3044, or what's called the Beehive Cluster. Now it's one of the nearest open clusters to Earth, at 600 light years away. It's an open star cluster holding around 1,000 stars. It covers the space of about 3 full moons in the sky. And this is your view through 10 by 50 binoculars. I'll put that up a lot because I want to see what people will be able to see through binoculars, and that's it. So you get your waning gibbous moon here. There's Pollux, I believe. And this is Messier 44, the Beehive Cluster. That's looking east tonight at around 8 o'clock. Moving on, Monday. Now it's all about Jupiter this week and I guess this month. Here's a view Monday, January 5th. Now, a lot of people will enjoy a view like this through a telescope. This is some of the shadow transits and some of the transits of the moons because of the angle of Jupiter and the angle of the moons with respect to Jupiter. We get an opportunity to see what we call a transit. And so this is little Io, the smallest of the 4 moons of the 4 Galilean moons and the closest to Jupiter. It will start around January 5th at 9:51 p.m. and it ends the next morning at 13 minutes after midnight Atlantic time. So that's how long it takes to cross the face of Jupiter here. So we'll get to see Io passing in front of Jupiter here and its shadow actually casting ahead of the moon. So those are always interesting. There's a lot of double shadow transits coming up as well. Times when the little moon passes behind Jupiter and that kind of thing. So, and of course, here's our big day coming up Saturday, January 10th. Jupiter's at opposition. Now, the giant planet Jupiter will be at opposition on Saturday at 4:34 Atlantic time in the morning. That's when Earth will move between the Sun and Jupiter. And these are prime days for viewing Jupiter as it rises now when the Sun sets, especially at opposition. Even the small telescopes will reveal Jupiter's Galilean moons and the Great Red Spot. Now, in opposition, Jupiter shines at its peak brightness of magnitude minus 2.5 to minus 2.7. That's very close to what Venus is normally in our sky. So it makes it the second brightest object in the sky right now after the moon. And Jupiter is easy to spot even in light polluted skies, and its best viewing will continue now right up till about late January. So you get lots of time to enjoy Jupiter and the Galilean moons. And there you are. So if you have any images that you want to share with us, you can send them in to astronomybythebay@gmail.com, and we'll be very happy to put them up on the next broadcast for you. And carry on a little bit to these two here, which is this is a chart I get from Lisa's Lookup, Astronomy and More. Lisa Fanning sends this in to me every month. So this is the January one now. Lisa lists the events here, and she puts the date as well, the peak time of the event, and seeing tools, your naked eye, binoculars, or a telescope, what you need to see that particular event. You can find that at Lisa's Lookup Astronomy More. Just follow Ruby Moonbeams on Instagram, Mastodon, Facebook, Threads, and now on Blue Sky. Thank you, Lisa. And Kurt Nason puts together this wonderful calendar for us. This is a six-week calendar now, starting with the 1st of January right into the middle of February. And as I mentioned there, you can see these blue ones here are the actual events that are happening with Jupiter's moons. You can download this calendar at sjastronomy.ca. Once you download it, you can see these colors will be here. The red spot is always in red here, so red spot tonight at 23:08, tomorrow night at 18:59, right along like that. The blue ones are the actual transit. So here you have Io shadow transit and Io transit. So that means the shadow and the moon itself will traverse across the face of Jupiter. The other ones are explained all above here. Anyway, you can find that calendar at sjastronomy.ca. And I think it's on raskinb.ca as well. So let me stop presenting here. I'm going to get us back to our Google Meets here for everybody.
There we go.
I think we're back. I'm at my 4 screens here, so just bear with me. Get this one loaded up. Oop, hang on. All right. Almost ready. Bear with me. Okay, so in closing tonight, let me get my notes up here. Here we go. Almost. My goodness. It's just too much going on.
Too much going on.
Too much going on. Full screen, please. There we go. Stop. Okay.
So, did everybody have fun shoveling their snow that we got? Man, oh man, what a
Yeah.
New Year's Day surprise that was. We were supposed to get between 10 and 20 centimeters. And so that works out to what? 4 to 8 inches?
Mhm.
Well, on my deck, on my railing that went straight up, there was 16 inches of snow.
Yeah.
16 inches. So I don't know what that is in centimeters. I'm going to
Pretty close
guess
to
40.
40. Pretty close to 40, I'd say, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Awesome. Yeah, I'm glad we're by that. I know we probably have more coming next week, but that's what makes you appreciate, the weather that we do have when we do get some clear skies to get out underneath that night sky and enjoy the evening.
yeah, for sure.
Okay, so in closing tonight, we'd like to thank all of you for joining us tonight. Special thanks again goes out to our fourth musketeer, of course, Rosanna, and her fun fact segment. Thank you, Rosanna, once again. Remember, too, we do love getting your photos, so send them in to astronomybythebay@gmail.com, and we'll be happy to put them up on our next broadcast. I think we might have Kurt on next week. I'm not quite sure, but we'll find it right after the show. And we're always looking for suggestions for future shows here, too. You can send them in to the same address, and we'll be happy to make that happen for you. So for now, from Mike, Paul, Rosanna, and I, wish you all a very happy week, everybody. Nice new year. Let's hopefully get some clear skies coming up. Lots and lots of clear skies. Let's so. And as we like to say, open your eyes to view the skies and keep your scopes
Point it up.
pointed up. Good night, everybody.